Welcome back to America Decides. Over the weekend, there was yet another escalation of violence in the Middle East. Israel and the Iranian-backed militant group Hezbollah had their largest exchange of fire since the war in Gaza broke out. According to the Israeli military, the IDF lost one soldier and killed 6 members of Hezbollah. The strikes ended by mid-morning Sunday. Both sides assert that they only aimed at militarily relevant targets. CBS News foreign correspondent Imtiaz Tyab joins us live from Tel Aviv. Imtiaz, catch us up. What is the latest right now?
Yeah, Major, I'm actually going to turn the clock back to the 31st of July when Israel carried out a targeted strike in an area of Beirut called Dahya, killing a senior Hezbollah commander, a man by the name of Fouad Shukr. In fact, we were in Beirut when that happened. We rushed to the scene, and it was very clear that Hezbollah would avenge his death. And yet, here we are nearly 4 weeks later, and Hezbollah has carried out its strike. But as we saw, Israel carried out what it described as a preemptive strike, targeting what it said was thousands of Hezbollah missile barrels in 40 sites across southern Lebanon. Still, Hezbollah fired over 300 rockets into Israeli territories, as well as several drones. And as we've been saying, at least 6 Hezbollah fighters were killed, and at least 1 Israeli soldier was killed. Still, having said all of that, both Israel and Hezbollah are saying that their strikes were successful and that, at least for the moment, the situation is contained. Major.
Contained for the moment. All right. Catch us up, Imtiaz, on the status, such as they are, of the long-running ceasefire negotiations between Israel and Hamas in Cairo.
Yeah, good question. And so long running, and of course, incredibly painful for the people in Gaza who are so desperate for the violence there to end, and indeed for hostage families who are so desperate to be reunited with their loved ones. Now, many people had hoped that on Sunday, when you had the Israeli delegation there, the Hamas delegation there, senior U.S. officials, including the head of the CIA in Cairo for those talks, as well as the Qataris and the Egyptians, many had hoped that we would see a breakthrough, but we did not see a breakthrough. However, we do understand what's being described as low-level talks remain in Cairo, trying to fill in what's being described as the gaps between Israel and Hamas. One of those key gaps is Hamas's demand that Israel fully withdraw from Gaza. Whatever the case, tonight we're hearing from a senior White House spokesman who has said that Israel and Hezbollah's massive cross-border strikes against each other did not impact the Gaza ceasefire and hostage release negotiations that are underway in Cairo, saying progress is being made and that the talks remain constructive.
Imtiaz, I want to ask you about one aspect of life in Gaza because it seems worth talking about for a moment. Israel's military says that polio vaccines have arrived there, that is to say Gaza, after the first confirmed case of polio in a quarter century. How do you vaccinate children for polio in an area as war-torn as Gaza and where people are having to move all the time, over and over and over, to avoid more violence?
Yeah, it's such an incredibly important point that you make, Major, and the short answer is aid agencies don't have an answer to that. In fact, all they've been doing is asking Israel to pause the violence so that they can distribute these polio vaccination. In fact, we understand that in the last 24 hours, aid agencies in Gaza have received over 1 million vaccinations, which would be enough for all the children in Gaza. Think about it, Major. There are over 1 million children in Gaza who have essentially been living under frankly, terrible conditions. But we do understand that there has been at least one confirmed case of polio affecting a 10-month-old baby boy who is now paralyzed from his left leg downward. The fear is that we will see many more cases like this if health workers are not able to distribute these vaccinations across the Gaza Strip. And as we've been saying, the violence there continues. In fact, over this weekend alone, over 200 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli strikes. Major.
Imtiaz Tyab in Tel Aviv for us. Thank you very, very much.